I am Damien from Pulling Money Trading. This week I'm going to be doing technical analysis for December 5th to December 10, 2021. If you're just checking into this channel, click the subscribe button, press the notification bell, get notified when I post new videos. Alright, so I have a master course available for sale. So if you want to learn about trading, right, I have a master course on sale. So send me an email, the link will be in the description of the video. Okay, alright, so before we get into it, I have some trading rules that I normally go through before I start. So let's go into it. Trading rules. The aim is to consistently pull money out the market. No trading strategy is 100% effective. Don't risk more than 2% of your account balance on any one trade. Use at least a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio when taking a trade. Eliminate if you're losing. Losing is a must in trading. Trade your system over and over, win or lose. Ensure that your trading system have at least a 50% win rate. Making money trading solely depends on the trader, not the trading system. It takes military style discipline to be a successful trader. Alright, so let's head over to trading view. Alright, so right now I'm on trading view. I'm on the USCAD. I'm on the 4-hour chart. So last week I said the USCAD was going up, creating higher highs and higher lows. Alright, so I also said that the USCAD would come into this area, again some resistance, which it did. I was correct. So the USCAD came into this area twice, pulled back into this area as expected, into this higher high right here, push back into this resistance level, pull back into this higher high right here, and is now trying to break through this level. So let's get into the analysis. Right, so I'm on the weekly chart for the USCAD. So the USCAD is trying to break back into this bull trend on the weekly time frame. Right, so let's go down to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, the USCAD is currently bullish. Right, so this area right here is a area of support. Right, so the USCAD is expected to support itself in this area. Right, so let's go down to the 4-hour time frame where I normally look my entries. Alright, so as you can see, USCAD is creating higher highs and higher lows, which confirm the bull trend. Alright, so fact that the USCAD is creating higher highs and higher lows, the USCAD is expecting to take out this area right here and push further up. Now, for some reason, if the USCAD fail to break through this area right here, then the USCAD will pull back into this area once more and try to gain support. If the USCAD fail to support itself for the second time around in this area, the USCAD will come back into this higher low right here and try to support itself. So for this week, I have the USCAD to try and break through this level and move further up. So remember, no trading strategy is 100% effective. So if you are going to trade this analysis, trade at your own risk. So let's move over to the gold. So in my last video, the gold was creating a lower highs and lower lows, which confirm a bear trend. So I said the gold was going to break through this area, and it did. In my last video, I have the goal to pull back into this area right here and push further down, and it did. So in fact, I was correct. So for this week analysis, the goal is creating lower highs and lower lows. So the goal is expected to pull back into this area for support and push further down. Now, however, if the goal fail to respect the bear trend, the goal will pull back into this area for support and try to push further down. Now, if the goal fails to support itself at these two lower highs, it will push further up into this area for support. So that's it for the goal. Let's move over to the GBP USD. Now in my last video, I said the GBP USD was creating lower highs and lower lows, which confirm a bear trend. Now the GBP USD, I have the GBP USD to pull back into this lower low right here and push further down, which it did. So this was in fact a winning trade. The GBP USD pull back into this area and push further down more than once. So let's dive into this week analysis for the GBP USD. So the GBP USD is gaining some resistance in this area, which was expected. So the GBP USD is expected to move deeper into this area and pick up some more resistance and pull back. So if you are a trend trader, you should trade with the trend. So the GBP USD created another lower high right here. So if the GBP USD push further down, it is expected to pull back into this lower high for support. Now if this lower high fail to support the GBP USD, the GBP USD will pull back into this area again for support. Now if this era fail to support the GBP USD, it will pull back into this third lower high for support. So let's move over to the Bitcoin. Now in my last video, I said the Bitcoin will push down into this area, gain some resistance, which it did. So the Bitcoin USD was expected to pull back into this lower low right here for support, which it pull further back for support. So I also said if this lower high fail to support the Bitcoin USD, it will pull back into this. If this lower low fail to support the Bitcoin USD, it will pull further back into this lower high, which it did. So this lower low failed to support the Bitcoin USD, but this lower high support the Bitcoin and push further down, taking out this lower low. So the Bitcoin USD came into this area and gained some resistance, which was expected. So the Bitcoin USD will pull further back into this area for support. So that's it for the Bitcoin USD. Let's move over to the GBP JPY. Now the GBP JPY is creating lower highs and lower low, which confirm a bear trend. So in my last video, I said the Bitcoin USD will pull back into this lower low right here for support and push further down. However, the Bitcoin USD failed to pull back as far as this lower low right here, but it did push further down and break through this resistance area. Now the GBP JPY is expected to come back into this area and gain some resistance. However, if the GBP JPY fail to break through this area, it will pull back. So the GBP JPY is expected to gain some resistance in this area. So if you are going to trade the trend, you should wait for the GBP JPY to pull back into this area for support, or this lower low for support. That's it for the GBP JPY. Now let's move over to the Euro USD. Now the Euro USD, in my last video I said the Euro USD will pull back into this area for support, which it did, and push down into this area. Now the Euro USD is starting to create higher highs and higher lows, which is a sign of reversal. So if the Euro USD continue to create higher highs and higher low, it will break through this lower high right here and try to target this area. So watch carefully what the Euro USD will be doing for the coming trading week. Now let's move over to the Ethereum. Now in my last video I said the Ethereum was trying to create higher highs and higher lows. So I said the Ethereum will pull back into this area for support. But in fact the Ethereum could not support itself into this area, so it pulled further back into this area as expected for support and push further down. So the Ethereum is expected to gain some resistance into this area. So if the Ethereum continue to respect the bear trend, it will take out this area and move further down. However, if not, it will come back into this area and try to break further up. So remember to like, share, comment and subscribe for more videos. And if you want to learn about trend trading, I have a master course available. Send me an email, the link will be in the description. Thanks for watching.